Well, many school districts across the metro, state, and country are currently working with tight budgets. A former Fox 9 top teacher we first met in Bloomington years ago has now taken what he's learned and applied it to a STEM program in Lakeville. He's bringing hundreds of thousands of dollars into his program while teaching students how successful trade work can be. Fox 9's Leah Bino had a lesson on how he's making it possible.
Almost immediately after stepping into this wing of Lakeville North High School,
this is where I want to be, you know. It's like the best class of the day.
It's clear this is not your average shop class.
You're looking at probably $30,000 in parts. Yeah, the motor alone is 15 grand.
How is that possible? Students from Lakeville North and South in this chopper class are building a motorcycle from scratch that will be auctioned off at the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally this summer.
Because we want that pipe to be straight across.
At the same time, school district budgets are tighter than a lug nut. Kevin Bass has figured out a way to use the roughly $8,000 budget allocated by his school district for his welding and various classes and turned it into hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of tools and materials for his students, from a water cutter that slices stone and granite.
I think we're the only high school right now that has one.
To six-figure pieces of donated equipment filling the space.
BTD is a local company here in Lakeville, big manufacturing company. I reached out to them, said, hey, I'm the new teacher here. I'm going to be teaching kids how to weld, manufacture. I need help. And they said, what do you need? And I said, well, we didn't have a nice plasma at the time. I said, I really would like a big 4x8 CNC plasma to do stuff with. The president, Paul, came over from BTD, looked through the shop and said, shook my hand and said, oh, you pick one out and we'll order it and bought it for us. So it was like my first month here as a new teacher and I already got that. So it was like, okay, we're on to something. Let's keep the ball rolling.
From there, Bass expanded with power coating equipment, woodworking. The list goes on and on and on. With more students enrolling, Bass has contributed to the district adding another teaching position and even more manufacturing opportunities. The 3D printer collection, yet another example.
16, you said?
60.
60?
Yeah.
60?
60.
Oh, 60. I thought you said 16. Wow. Yeah, that's impressive.
I found out back in the early days, like when the money runs out, you get so much money a year for your class to buy consumables, welders, fix things, do whatever. When that runs out, you're okay, well, figure something out. Without any money, you can't buy any more material. If you run out of shield gas, how do you weld? You know, if you run out of wire for your welders, how do you weld? So I decided, okay, this is how much money I'm going to get. What can I do to make a little more to really make sure I got enough to sustain the whole year and do extra things instead of the bare minimum? You could shift.
In the span of his life and career, Bass has handmade dozens of bikes. He's constantly making connections and organizing sponsors for his program far and wide. Stars ranging from Richard Petty to Jason Momoa or Aquaman are fans of Bass and his work. These days, he has more than 20,000 followers on social media, cheering on his support for the next generation of machinists.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back.
The day we visited Bass in class, he was also conducting an interview for his partnership with a Dennis Kirk film crew. The company is one of the leaders in the bike parts world and based out of Rush City. Years ago, students used to build bikes and take them apart as part of their lessons. But now Dennis Kirk is supplying the parts for the motorcycle project, checking the progress, and filming segments along the way leading up to auction day. And serving as a dual purpose, ensuring the bike is put together right.
From my freshman year, I have looked in that motorcycle shop and it's like, man, I wish they had that program. And senior year, it's like a dream come true, you know? Back in, back at it.
Bass says the dream come true is all his.
It makes my soul sing, you know. I can't put it in words almost without crying about how, you know, how hard the battle's been, and now it's to a place where I'm on top of this little mountain looking down going, awesome. Look at what we've accomplished.
Leah Bino, Fox 9.